speak, please.
At the end
Go
of the
ahead.
day, it's important to have a man in your life. It's really important because of the simple fact that just seeing my son raised without like a father, it hurts. It really does. And you know what? I'm happy for you because it's like when you have that situation, you realize that it's like, this is my man. I'm going to worship him. And this is the family I'm going to create. When I'm a grandma and I have the whole entire room filled with my grandchildren, that is your real value. And no women really talk about that. Andrew Tate spoke about it here in the podcast. And that's something that he said that I will always hold to me because of my son.
This is gonna hurt.
And the West keeps on vilifying men like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate. Isn't it a damn shame when they spread such wonderful advice that's even starting to affect women like this at the beginning of that clip there? Anyways, gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have another compilation for you. It's on single moms. Let's get to it.
I just found out that I'm the problem. So I'm currently going through a divorce and I'm doing a lot of self-reflecting. I realize that I fall in love with the idea or the potential in somebody versus who they are in that moment. And I get upset when they are who they are and not who I wish that they would be or hoped they could be or what the vision I thought of us being. And that doesn't become true. I then get hurt because I fantasized a life that's not reality. And that's not okay. With my divorce, there were red flags about my ex-husband from when we were dating. And when I look back on them, I see them now, but I dismiss them. Like, I remember one day we were leaving his mom's wedding and he got upset that I wanted to stay for the wedding and just like be around. This was my first time ever around his family, like the extended family. And he was like, I drove an hour to get there from work and I was there for less than 10 minutes because he wanted to go back to the room and play video games. And then proceeded to cuss me out saying that I'm whatever. But I took that as he just had a long day and didn't really like that his mother was getting married and he took that out on me. And I justified it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that can be hard for men. Personally, you know, my parents have been together for quite a while. Somebody randomly asked me that in the Fiend Gang Discord. They're like, are your parents together? Yeah, I have a very good upbringing, and that comes from having a father and a mother that loved the hell out of each other and loved us as children. But I can understand that, you know, if you're in a divorced family and your mother gets married to a new man, I'm sure that could be hard for you. Anyways, if that's the case, definitely expand on that emotion in the comment section. I'm curious, guys. I don't have all the life advice. I don't have all the life experience, so definitely share it.
And now looking back, it's like, oh, now every time something bad happens to you, you're gonna say whatever you can to hurt me because you're hurting, and that's not okay. And it wasn't okay, but he did that when we were dating, and I made excuses for it, and I shouldn't have. What got me thinking about this is that I recently connected with an old friend from high school, and we had lunch, and I was expecting it to be very awkward, and it wasn't. Like, I was expecting us to have lunch for an hour. I think it was closer to like 2.5 maybe. It was a great time and I really enjoyed it, but as we were sitting down and talking, I started fantasizing about the what ifs, and what he was telling me, it's not anything that I would want to hear. The things that he was sharing, it left a sour taste in my mouth, yet I was still trying to fantasize about what if. Maybe it's just because it's with this person. Like I said, I'm going through a divorce. I'm 20.
Oh my gosh. Did this relationship end because she fantasized herself being with another man? I really hope that's not the case, but let's see.
26 years old, I'm a mother of 3, and I don't have my shit together yet. It's been a month since all of this started happening, but I don't want a project. I know that eventually I will have my shit together, and I want someone who's going to better me, not somebody that I see potential in. I want somebody who is their full self, their healed self, their just someone who is just amazing, and I can't allow myself to continue to fall for the idea of what they could be, and I need to learn to fall for who they actually are. I really hope this resonates.
Yeah, and for your family's sake and for your children's sake, you need to better yourself. man. 26 with 3 kids. That's insane.
It's with somebody else and I'm not alone because this is kind of embarrassing.
Chatting with Cece again. I have a few
boy.
work friends that we are all like on the dating apps. We're all like been on and off the dating apps for months, and
This is kind of like with guys. Sorry about Discord. I'll have to do not disturb that for the next one. But this is like with guys. If your hair is hardly there, shave it. There's no harm in that. Or look into getting it rebuilt. But what's this about?
let me just say this. Women do better with raising your sons because
Okay.
how you raise your child reflects them as an adult, and how they treat women is a reflection of how well he was raised to treat women. And it starts in the home. And so women that have sons now, please make him respect women. Teach and mold him to respect women. And ones that flaps, sorry, like, I already talked about ghosting in my other video. Like, if you ghost people, like, you're a loser.
Yeah, but I bet your father didn't teach you to respect a man's time. I'm sure you ghost people all the time. You're just looking to freaking blame somebody but yourself.
Another thing is, and listen, I've had depression for many years on and off in my life. We're human, we're gonna be depressed. But if you break up with somebody or stop talking to someone because you like, oh, I can't do this anymore, I'm depressed, then you should have never been on a dating app. You should have never put yourself out there, because all you do is reflect your pain, your hurt onto someone else. And that's not fair to that person. If you are not mentally in a space to invite someone else's emotions in, meaning getting into another relationship, then you don't need to date. I have come across quite a few men have used that as an excuse. Not to say that they aren't depressed. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just using it as an excuse. But the excuse is getting old. And I think that if you are not in a mental state to be in a relationship, then you just don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need to trouble someone else's life for your insecurities. Because I always tell my friends is, if you don't
No, man, this is the kind of girl that says, you know, men should man up, and then comes on here and says that they should go to therapy. These exact kind of messages are terrible.
love yourself, you cannot love nobody. So until you love yourself and you are happy with the person that you are, you cannot get in a relationship until you are in that state that you love yourself. And you can't expect someone to make you love yourself or help you make you love yourself. Some people get in relationships expecting that person to build them and mold them, and it doesn't work like that. That's wrong of you to push your wants onto somebody else and your needs, because that person has feelings too. And the last thing you want to do is push that person into a depression as well. So be mindful. If you are depressed, do not date. Do not get on dating apps. Don't do it. Respect yourself. Respect the person enough to take that time for yourself and give that person the time to find someone that's ready.
And the little smirk at the end. How annoying. Yeah, it's like with women's female advice here. It's so easy to say that. Women are much more encouraged to go seek mental health help than, you know, men are. And, you know, I was listening to Ryan Taraban and Richard Cooper chop it up just before I was getting on here, and how, you know, talk therapy doesn't work as well for men. I really hope that more people like Ryan end up getting into the world and finding out more solutions to help with men's mental health issues. Well, this is a bit more of an emotional episode, I'll be honest with you. But, I mean, we started off it with some crying, you know, divorce, and this woman saying terrible things about men. So, sometimes that's just how things roll around here. Either way, if you like this one, which I would be surprised, hit a like, I don't know, leave a comment. Subscribe if you watched a few of my videos and you like it, and hit the notification bell. I'll sometimes have videos for you every single day, but for the most part, it's every other day until we get the views back up and up. Till next time, take care of yourself, and you know, if you're feeling low and you're feeling sad, talk with somebody about it. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.